For this full moon in Virgo, I want you to protect your peace. You need to. You need to keep what's important to you close to the vest. Protect your peace, your hopes, and your dreams. Whatever stress and fear and suspicion you've been feeling lately, it's honestly merited. There's a lot going on in the background that you may or may not know about, and it's in your best interest to keep your eyes open and to make sure you're not making yourself unnecessarily vulnerable. I don't say this to scare you. I say this because I want you to succeed. I want you to grow. And I want you to be happy. Truly. But it would be remiss of me not to mention that it will require a bit of awareness right now. If you look at the cards, there's a bit of murkiness in your path. On the left, we have Neptune, the planet of dreams and the unseen, rooted below Vulpecula. Danger lurks if we're not careful. Again, I don't say this to feed any paranoia, but just as a reminder that you should watch your back. Be mindful of what you're getting into. If there are opportunities that seem too good to be true, look around and check. This full moon is in the sign of Virgo, after all. It's all about attention to detail. Don't be fooled by something just because it's shiny and pretty. Keep your wits about you. And you're so smart, you know that? You have so much going on for you, but you've been falling into this trap of sulking and hiding yourself away, escaping. The center card on the top row, Equuleus, they don't seem to feel much pride, no matter how beautiful and powerful they are. A little fool indeed. We all do this though, so you're not alone in that. We all slip into those moments where we operate from the place when we were just hurt little kids. How can we not though, right? It's part of life. Sometimes you absolutely need to hide away for a bit. Regain your senses. Recoup your losses. Rest. And remember that even if the past creeps up and clouds the present, it doesn't always have to be that way. It is temporary. And you have to be honest with yourself about when you start to drift into procrastination. I love an inner child moment of healing, but you have to be honest with how you're spending your time. And you also have to be honest with yourself about whether you're letting your fear and maybe even self-deprecation get in the way of making progress. Don't let your insecurities be so large you block your own light. Of course, balancing these two isn't easy. I know what I said earlier, that you have to be smart. But there is a difference between being smart and being too critical, especially of yourself. You are more brilliant than you've been giving yourself credit these days. And you should know how much you've done. I think if you were to look back on how far you've come, especially in the last 6 months, you'll see that you've done so much. Please stop selling yourself short. You've taken a ton of risks. And maybe some of them haven't gone the way you wanted. Maybe you've just missed that mark. But what did you learn from that misstep? What did you learn from when things didn't go right? What accidental blessings did you discover? And I know that's cheesy, and I'm sorry. But it is true that if you look hard enough, there's a lesson underneath it all. We have Saturn situated in the center of this spread. He loves a long haul. He loves the lesson. And his scope of understanding exceeds ours. If you look at the card itself, it's messy, it's dense, it's rich. So it's something you can't immediately consume or digest all at once. You have to take your time. You have to take things piece by piece. Pluck every feather. Unspool the thread, slowly. Be methodical. Be intentional. Really take a good look at what's happened in your journey so far and what other steps you have to take. And don't forget to give yourself the grace of being a beginner in whatever your goals are at the moment. There's a learning curve for everything. And depending on your current undertaking, you may be in the earliest stages. So don't beat yourself up for not being at the place you thought you would be by now. This card at the top right, Canis Minor. To be honest, it wasn't my favorite card when I first got this deck. But it's grown on me because it's so earnest. There's beauty in his simplicity. Just a very cute cartoon dog. Doing his best, you know? Still eager to learn. Still excited to show up. So don't underestimate the power of your little victories. Your baby steps. Every little bit makes a difference. And this goes for both the productive and restorative. Progress is progress, and rest is essential. And below that, we have Venus. And here, just like in the sky at the moment, she's looking ahead. She has her sights set on something. She's looking at something she wants. And it's not even necessarily the most elaborate or ornate. It's simply what she wants. It's simply what she desires. But she's certainly not one to ignore what she's feeling good about, too, at the present moment. She knows she's not alone. She allows that pleasure in her life. So, what can you do right now that keeps you on the right path? What can you do right now to keep pleasure in your life while you pursue it? If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future readings. It really helps out a lot. If anything I've said has given you something to think about, something you're willing to share in a comment, I'd really love to know what it is. And if you found this useful, you can also leave a tip on my Ko-fi page. Every little bit helps. And I currently have a financial goal I hope to reach by the end of next month. Ko-fi is also where you can book a personalized reading. I currently have an offer that's simply for encouragement, no question needed. If you want to work with me consistently, you can join my membership at the Fletchling or Arrowhead level, which grants you an individual tarot or oracle card pull every month. It's all linked below in the video description. Until next time, my final questions for you are: what small, steady steps have you been taking towards your dreams? Do those steps or even your dreams themselves need to be retooled? Do they still speak to your heart and your desires?